I love groups like this. I love people that get us and that know. And Quinn's gonna stand up here with me. I love having my family here. I love having my wife here, my daughter here, some of my really best friends here. And it's just good to be here. It feels good. My wife Candace and I, we manage a blog. It's a Tumblr blog. And for those of you that know Tumblr, you follow people with very similar interests. So there are a lot of people like us. And we get emails on this blog quite a bit. And many of them are still in their teens, and they have questions about what's going to happen in their future, and they kind of look to us as for inspiration or help, or I don't know. They tend to ask us, or whatever's going on with their lives. But we get so many questions about I'm LDS, I'm religious, I'm conservative, I'm whatever, and I'm also gay, and what do I do? And we get these a lot, and I know how they feel. I've been there, and I know their anxieties and their stresses and their worries and their insecurities, and some of them have come out and are going through really bad situations. Some of them haven't come out yet, and she's mine. As your brother-in-law. And my heart just reaches out to these people because that's me 10 years ago, and so I like to kind of frame my talk around, what would I have said to my younger self? Now, 10 years ago, I was 18. I was just finishing up high school. I knew I was going to serve a mission. It was also very convenient because I didn't want to get married. I loved it. I got called to serve in the England-London mission. I had a great time. It was fantastic just serving in London, and then I came home and I did what my parents told me to do, and they said, find and marry a return missionary. So I met Candace. She served in Chile. And, but getting to that point, I went to Bingham High School, and then eventually moved on to BYU. And after I graduated there with a degree in history teaching, I moved to my first place, and I went to Granger High School and taught high school history. It's awesome, and I'm still there. I've been there for about 5 years now, 4 years now. I don't know. But one of the first people I met there introduced me to Candace. And as I saw her, I was like, oh, she's cute. And I had some friends telling me about her, and so I knew to look out for her. And I did a little bit of stalking on Facebook. And so when I first saw her, I was like, yes, this is going to be a great experience. And a very long time after, we got engaged. It was about a week. It was a couple months. And then we got married in New York in 2012. So it was about 6 months later. But that first week that we actually started getting to know each other, I was the thing that kind of we didn't talk about marriage first. We talked about having kids first, and that's probably because we couldn't get married then. And so we're just like, do you want a family? Yeah, I want a family too. Kids would be awesome. And so I just knew right then. I was like, she's it. It's been a week, but I know it's her. So we were able to get married out in New York, and then life's been really great since. But I'm going back to those Tumblr blogs and those emails that I'm getting, and from Facebook, and even some kids at school. They say, well, what do I do in my situation? I'm in high school, I'm scared, I haven't come out, what do I do? And so I want to give myself, a younger me, 10 years ago, some advice. So this is what and I'm not in any, of course, authority to give any actual advice, but this is what I would tell myself as an 18-year-old. Number one, this is not the end. High school was never supposed to be the end. Number two, it gets better. There's going to be a whole big campaign against that. So you'll be seeing lots of that. Number three, you're not alone. There's a world of people out there who validate your feelings and know that what you're going through is real. And I didn't know that as an 18-year-old. But I do now. I do know that now. Number 4, you're stronger than you think you are. 5, listen to your heart and do what you believe is right. I'm very headstrong. And so I've known I was gay since I was like 7. And so I'd always kind of tried to stay away from that, but once I finally kind of took that know and do what you know is right, then I kind of accepted myself and I felt better about myself. Number 6, being a unique individual is going to be a powerful message and be a powerful asset to my life. 7, be an intellectual and read everything you can. 8, have a lofty dream and do whatever you can to achieve it. Number 9, don't let anyone tell you that you're not who you're supposed to be. You're perfect just the way you are. Number 10, don't go to BYU. That was the best 2 years of my life. Number 11, there is not a gay lifestyle that you have to worry about. LGBT people rock, and you'll be proud to be a part of that one day. Remember, this is 10 years ago. So Ellen Page, Tegan and Sarah, Ellen DeGeneres, Brandy Carlisle, Jillian Michaels, Jodie Foster, you're going to be in good company. 13, be patient with your family. They may not get it yet, but they know you. Remind them of that. They know that you make good decisions. They know you're smart. They know you're not faking anything. 14, educate people around you. Teach them what is and what is not appropriate to say. Sometimes you'll have to be the bigger person, and that's really hard. I think probably some of you you know what this is, right? You have to, even though some people say some things that you're just like, oh, you shouldn't say that around me. You can't necessarily jump and get mad at that, because you automatically lose, because they already think they're right. And so being the bigger person and saying to yourself, it's okay, I can educate and be patient. Just they haven't had the time to think about it, and they haven't read the volumes of articles that you have. 15, some friends won't get it. It's okay. It's your family that's the most important, so stick with them. Find other friends who get you. There are tons out there. 16, come out at the right time. Too early and you could really jeopardize your future. It could be dangerous. But don't come out too late and regret the years of living authentically. I could have never anticipated what my life was going to turn out to be, and I'm excited for the future. For me, falling in love and having kids was what I wanted to do. It was something I always dreamed of. That was my path. I don't know what yours is. I don't know what the people on Tumblr's is. But find your own path. And your path is totally okay. Make your own path and make it special. Live authentically. Thank you.